Well, I did it. My patience has paid off. Waited almost a year till I found the right lathe, and I believe I have found it. I'm not exactly sure what year this was made, but this is a South Bend Model 9A. I got it on Craigslist, and it looks kind of rough because the paint is not in such great shape. It will need to be repainted. It'll actually need to be gone completely over, but it has potential. I did put some whey oil on the ways, but you can tell here this is just, it barely has any wear at all on it. It does not catch your fingernail, which is kind of the test. Looks like it has been gently used. The story on this one is that the guy bought it years ago as a retirement project, something to play with, and he died. And several years after that, the guy I bought it from, who is a tool and die maker, bought it from the widow, and he used it for a little while, and being a tool and die maker, he has the wherewithal to use the machinery at the company he works for, which is much bigger and more powerful than this one. So he decided after years to sell it, which is where I come in. Picked this up for 1,000 US bones. And it did come with this old dresser, or old cabinet that he has on there. I am going to make a metal stand for it. You can see that it does have some wear in here. It has one of those old leather belts. The belt is about shot. And it's got some rust, as you can see, but that will probably clean up pretty easily. Gearbox is dry, not much oil or anything on it. All the gears are there, there's no missing teeth. It's got a gear selector, which is what I was looking for, and that works fine. You can see there's a little rust on the chuck here also. That should clean up pretty easily. And here is the motor and the other gearing, if that's what you want to call it, the pulleys. Motor is a 3rd horsepower motor. The guy said he didn't think that was stock. He thought it was probably replaced, which it probably has been. I would rather see a 1/2 horse on here, but for right now I'm just going to stick with the 3rd horse. But anyway, what I'm going to show you here today is I have not gone through any of these boxes. I see on the surface what's in them, but I have no idea the details of what's in there and what all he gave me. So I'm going to go through that stuff one by one here. And I admit I don't know what that is. Oh, look at this. This is a holder for a tap. It's got the MT2. Put it right in the tailstock of the lathe. That looks like some type of tailstock piece for doing pipe, maybe. It looks like I've got another pipe tailstock piece here. That looks like a piece for the lathe. That screws onto the lathe, and then you put a bench dog. Hopefully the guy left me some of those. And turn your work that way. Get another tap here for that thing. Oh, die holder. You can put your dies in there for tapping. Oh, good, I won't have to make one. Well, I'll have to make a bigger one. This is for holding the small ones. Jacob's truck. Commutator kit. Oh, baby. Look at that. Oh my God. Holy crap, that is like a brand new Jacob's truck, man. Those things aren't free. Those are expensive. This one looks like a keyless truck. It is, it's a keyless truck. Oh man, that's nice. You look those babies up, man, those things go for some cash. Looks like a commutator kit, obviously for a motor. Ah, I think I know what it does. I guess what it does, maybe you hold the motor between the tailstock and the headstock and turn the commutator. I am probably never going to do that, but it's kind of cool anyway. Don't know how old that is, but man, it's almost new. Got another tail piece, a couple of tail pieces. Oh, another Jacobs truck, number 100. Another keyless truck. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but that is in really good shape. That is really nice. Damn. I might have made out like a bandit on this one. Key for the truck. These look like hold downs for something. Not sure what exactly. Okay, and this one looks like we had a whole ton of files here. Don't know what that is. Not exactly sure what that does. And this looks to be some type of brass bearing. It's got some markings on it. Might be bearings for the lathe. Not sure what that is, but it's some brass material. If I need brass material, I'll have to make sure that that doesn't go to the lathe. If that goes to the lathe, that'd be nice, because then I would have brand new bearings. I can't read it. Tons of brass, man. That's pretty cool. Got the big bastard file. Not in such good shape. No idea what that is. Oh, it's a grinding disc. 120 grit. Probably is not any good anymore. Another mystery box. That is not a... don't know what that is. It's in nice shape, whatever it is. Looks like a bigger version of whatever it was. It looks like that's what all these things are. Is just I don't know what the hell those are. Some small ones. Well, that box was not all that exciting, although that brass is really nice. This is the last one, and it looks like it is the granddaddy. You got the classic How to Run a Lathe, put out by South Bend Company. This is a classic book, and it looks like a catalog here from 1960. Well, I see it's got different... God, that thing's in great shape. Look at that. That thing's almost brand new. Oh, you can smell it though. It's got that old musty book smell. It reminds me of my grandpa's house. Oh, look at that. You maybe find out what those metal pieces were. Lathe Mandrel. All right. For machining work mounted between the lathe centers. Oh, okay, so you put your work on top of these things somehow, then squeeze it together with another piece that I don't know what the name of it is. I'll have to look through this thing. All of it obsolete, obviously, but this was what you could buy from the South Bend Company. That is going to come in handy. I'm going to keep that. Got a 4-jaw chuck. And that thing does not hardly look like it's even been used. It's got a little surface rust on it. And this is also a Craftsman. And it looks like we've got us a lathe dog here. There's a few more of them back here. That is definitely nice. Now at least I know I've got lathe dogs. Chuck key to this chuck. Got more work pieces. That looks like an inside cutter. J.H. Williams and Company. Looks like I've got some mill cutters. Oh, and some more, oh, look at that one. Not even opened. Brand spanking new. Nice. It's for doing inside, working inside of a hole. Doing an inside cutting. That will come in handy. Mystery box. Looks like some more cutters. Looks like a knurling tool. One of those cheap knurling tools. Oh, look at that, another live center. Got several live centers. That one's for a Craftsman also. That is a boring bar holder. And look at that, big drill bits. Attached right to a Morse taper too. That's kind of nice. No idea what that is. Not a clue in the world. I don't even know if it goes with the lathe or not. Another mystery box. Let's see what's in this thing. Cutting tools, tons of cutting tools. Some cut-off tools here. Some thicker ones for cutting reliefs. Looks like it's for cutting reliefs when you're cutting threads. Put that behind the threads so you don't overshoot the thread. Oh, cutting tools, look at that. Oh man, another Jacobs chuck. Number 14. Man, this is, all those Jacobs chucks, there's probably a couple $100 worth of chucks in there easily I could sell if I didn't want to. Another tool holder. That, I believe, goes into the headstock to turn pieces between the head and tail stock. There is some jaws for the 3-jaw chuck. Oh no, yeah, 3-jaw chuck. There's only 3 of them here. Center drill, those always come in handy. More cutting bits. Don't know what that is. For the tailstock, nylon, oh, it's an adapter from a Morse taper 2 to a Morse taper 3. More center starting bits. Another lantern tool holder. Oh, look at that. Whole ton of cutters. 1/4 by 2.5. These things have not even been sharpened yet. That is cool. I can practice my sharpening. And look at that. 4, 8, there's like 10 of them. 10 of them in there. That's cool. Another cutting tool. And another knurling tool. Yeah, and that is a sharpening stone for sharpening up your, putting a final sharpen on your lathe bits. That is all I got, which is actually a lot. I'm very excited about all the stuff I got with this lathe. It looks like a lot of tooling and a lot of extra stuff that I'm going to be able to go through and make good use of. Anyways, if you like this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I'm trying to figure out what people like and what people don't like. But until that time, I'll see you next time.